It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. Today is Tuesday, May 14th. We are edging along the week. Apparently, there's something called May Gray, and we are in it here in Los Angeles. It's gray outside, it's cold outside. I'm not feeling it, but you know what's not cold and gray? The love between Jesse and Amanda on Summer House? Is this a real thing or is this just a rumor? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some Kyle Richards hanging out with the animal kingdom. We've got stories about a few other behind the scenes cast shakeups and rumors, all on today's Daily Dose of Donna. Hi, my friends. Welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for being here. We are officially, as of this morning, under 40 subscribers to hit 15,000 subscribers on YouTube. I know a lot of you guys just listen on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, which reminds me, lots of you are sending me some messages about the Spotify issue. I know, I hear ya, I see it. We're working on it. We're dealing with it. We're having some struggles with Spotify right now because we changed our hosting platform. But that doesn't mean that you can't access the show. You can always access it on Apple Podcasts or YouTube. It shows up on Spotify. It's just a little late. And by a little late, it's a few hours late, which is not okay with me. And you know what? I'm like Bethany Frankel. I want heads to roll. I'm sending Jason, I'm hiring Jason to come in and chop off some heads over there in the Spotify field. Now, unfortunately, Jason Hoppy doesn't work for me, and he didn't work for Bethany really either, but she forced him to, and we're talking all about that on the Bethany Ever After rewatch over on Patreon. Just a reminder, Patreon has a it has a rewatch episode every single week of Bethany Ever After. We're still in happy times with Bethany and Jason, but it really was never happy. That's what we're figuring it out. And, we're coming into some choppy waters. And I love every second of that rewatch. Also, every week we have a personal episode, also like kind of deep diving some more drama, some more guys. Aren't tech issues so fun? It's so fun to have tech issues when I am a one woman show. Mhm. I told you Jason Hoppy is working for me, but he's not doing the job. He sucks. And I understand why Bethany, sent him to the curb. Like, can anyone do anything around here? I'm literally looking at my dogs. I'm here. We're good. We're good. Sometimes I like to keep you guys on on your toes, like, is she coming back? Will she be here? I'm here. But it reminds me of all the things that we need to talk about today, and we should really get into them so that we're not running too late today. So let's get into it. Before we get into the stories, the show is sponsored by OneSkin. OneSkin has a really proprietary scientific blend of these peptides called OS 1 peptides. They're scientifically proven to decrease lines and wrinkles, boost hydration, and help with the thinning skin that comes with age. Don't just take my word for it. They have over 4,000 five-star reviews for their full line of face, body, sun, and travel size products. So I want to just like remind you guys that when you have a show like mine and you're watching yourself on YouTube or on Instagram, wherever you are, every single day, start to like really pick yourself apart. You start to say like, "Ooh, not really loving those crow's feet. I'm not really loving the way that my mouth does that wrinkle or the dullness of my skin or the sunspots or anything like that." And you start to question everything. And these cells that stop producing collagen and hyaluronic acid like they used to now that I'm turning 43 next month, they're called zombie cells. I don't want zombies anywhere near me. I don't want them here. I don't want them in my life. And that's why I'm using OneSkin. So OneSkin treats the symptoms rather than the root cause of aging. And for a limited time, you guys, you can try OneSkin for 15% off using the code Daily Dose. That's one word. When you check out at oneskin.co, so www.oneskin, that's ONE, skin.co, and you use the code Daily Dose. So make sure to check them out. Thank you so much, OneSkin, for supporting the show. Oh, you know who else retweeted some of my content yesterday was Melissa's old nose on Twitter. We've been talking about this Real Housewives of New Jersey stuff. And because I was talking about her, she retweeted and I didn't get a credit, which like, love you, Melissa's old nose, but like next time, let's just like send some more people over here when you retweet, share some of my content talking crap about Jim Leonard, the attorney. I was listening to, for those of you on Patreon know that I kind of slow down on my Jeff Lewis live listening. I don't know why. I find it like exercise, right? When you go to the gym every single day, you get into that habit. Like the more you go, the more you'll go. The more you get into the habit, the more you do it more and more and more. Does that make sense? Jeff Lewis was like something that I stopped doing for a little bit. And then I couldn't get back in. It's like I could not listen. It wasn't that I didn't really, well, maybe because I didn't want to. Maybe that's why. But I chose to like not listen for whatever reason. I just wasn't that interested. And then a few days ago, I got back in and now I'm listening again. So yesterday, Marge was on the show. Marge, obviously from Jersey, her mom and her husband were on the show. And they didn't get so much into the conversation, but she called Teresa a sociopath. She said, Melissa and I and Rachel Fuda, we're up front. You know what you're going to get with us. And those people, she's like, I don't want to associate with any of those people. I can't decide. I can't decide who is right and wrong. I really can't. I also am not that invested like some of these Jersey people, some Jersey people. And I'm not just talking about the people that are on the show. I'm saying like fans are so invested in Jersey way more than they are in other shows. Although some people are heavily invested in Vanderpump Rules. Have you noticed this? Like on Instagram and stuff, there's people out there that dedicate their entire lives to like Vanderpump Rules, tearing it apart, breaking it down. Like, I just don't know how people can do that. I just don't like it feels so tiring to take like old episodes and cut them up and stuff. I mean, they're amazing at it. I just don't know how they do it. Can't even imagine. I like just talking about like what happened today. So I truly don't believe that anyone in the Jersey cast, not one of them, are completely scot-free and innocent. I think they're all like a little screw loose. Honestly, I think they're all a little cuckoo. And that goes for pretty much every single reality show out there. I can't think of any reality show that its stars aren't a little bit off their rocker. In fact, we'll talk about this in a little bit. Kyle Richards was on Bitch Bible with Jackie Schimmel, and she said that. She's like, they know how to pick them. They know how to pick them. Now, I did just see a comment a little while ago from Maddie saying, can we talk about Bazoma St. John? I'm floored. She's a rumored BH housewife. She's big, big. Am I supposed to know who Bazoma St. John is? This is like a moment where people are going to be like, wow, Donna, you are so not cultured. How could you not know who Bazoma St. John is? I don't know who that is. Okay. Let's get into a few stories. I didn't talk about this yesterday, and I'm kicking myself over this because this really upset me the entire weekend. I talked about it on my Instagram. Um, Sam Rubin has died. So Sam Rubin was a KTLA anchor since 1991. KTLA is channel 5 over here in Los Angeles. It's a very, very steady, solid news team, and Sam Rubin has been the entertainment reporter. He's also had shows, and he literally is like, I don't know, when you grow up with local news, like that was the thing when I was growing up here in LA. I mean, most of you guys probably can feel the same way if you're around the same age as me. You did not have cable. We didn't like, I don't know. I don't remember as a kid ever turning on CNN or Fox News. Like, I don't even know if those were really things when we were very young. Were they? They must have been around. My mom would just turn on local news. Like that's what we would have on in the mornings to find out traffic, to find out weather. And KTLA was just always on. So I feel like I grew up with Sam Rubin. I also feel like I was incredibly obsessed with Hollywood and entertainment, and he was the entertainment and, celebrity reporter here in Los Angeles. Anyway, I didn't want to not mention the fact that he sadly died in like a complete non-expected heart attack that I know of. I don't know specifics. I just know that it was Friday morning and he was found dead. I think his wife found him. He was the father of 4 children ranging from like 30s to 16. His 16-year-old son Colby spoke on the news yesterday in the most beautiful um just like he just spoke about him in such a beautiful way. Like, I'm so sad you're not going to be at my wedding. You're not. But what killed me, and anytime I see like a young son talking about their dad, I think because I have 2 boys, like, I don't know, it gets me. But I think I'd probably feel if it was a daughter and a mother. Let's be real. Whenever you lose your parent unexpected like that at a young age, he was only 64. So he showed these text messages that he had with Sam Rubin, his dad, where he was struggling in a few different instances, one at a sleepover and one he felt like he didn't do very well in his play. And the texts that Sam Rubin had written back to him are so beautiful and so perfectly written from a father to a teenage son. And I swear I paused it and I was like, should I send this to Lance? Like, I want Lance to see how wonderful this guy was able to communicate with his kids. Not to say that Lance doesn't, but I just like thought it was so beautiful. Anyway, I just wanted to take a moment to say that he really influenced me, and I met him. I met Sam, just a few months ago for the first time ever at KTLA when I was there doing that, like, fashion segment, if you guys remember, and it was so incredibly sad. It was so horrible. "Oh, no, Danielle, I'm so sorry. Just lost my dad 2 days ago. Oh, no, and lost my mom when I was 25, Danielle." I'm praying for you. Anyone that's going through a hard time right now and losing anyone close to them or have lost anyone close to them. And as we come into like Mother's Day and Father's Day and this, like there's always these big holidays that, always kind of trigger these sad emotions. So I'm sending you guys all so much love. Um, it's just so crazy how fast things can change, right? I don't think Thursday night they had any idea that their whole lives would be taken away from them on Friday. So crazy. Okay. Let's try to lift spirits. I'm gonna just bring up a couple random things I saw. Let's talk about Todd Napoli. Yes, Real Housewives of Miami, Todd. This is Todd and Alexia. As you guys remember, Todd shocked Alexia and the rest of the world that cares that he was divorcing Alexia, filing for divorce. This is like a few weeks ago. She says she was shocked. She had no idea it was coming. So sad. So she was so upset about it. None of us were shocked because we all thought Todd was a piece of caca. But did you know that he posted on his Instagram stories a little happy Mother's Day to her with some hearts? Now, what are the rules about Mother's Day or Father's Day or any of these? What are the rules about when you are married to someone, you share kids with them, and if you divorce them, do you still owe them a happy Mother's Day or a happy Father's Day? I think that that's probably the right thing to do. I would think that that's probably the kind thing to do, but I think most exes don't usually feel so, like, loving and kind towards each other. For example, I don't think my dad ever once said Happy Mother's Day to my mom after they divorced. Like, I don't think it ever happened. So I always am so interested in that. Like, what are the rules? The fact that he said Happy Mother's Day, posted it on Instagram, not even just said it to her, but posted it on his Instagram stories, makes me think that either they're getting back together, maybe he's not so intent on filing for divorce, or they're getting along really well. Like, what would you think if someone just files for divorce and then within days says Happy Mother's Day with two hearts, and they don't share kids, right? What do you think the reasoning is? I find it all super interesting. Okay, so some of you guys do go out. Andrew says he goes out all out for his baby mama. That's so cute. Maybe I should be your baby mama. Can I be all of your baby mamas? I would like you guys to go all out. Um, I think good people continue to celebrate their exes, their baby mamas and baby papas. Baby papas, what do you think Nick Cannon does for Mother's Day? What, what guys, what do you think he's doing? I think he's calling Mark's Garden or one of these local flower shops here in Los Angeles and says like, "Okay, hey Mark, so I'm gonna need 40 bouquets, and they're gonna go to this house, this house, this house, this house, this house, this house." I actually think, well, a lot of you guys say, "Oh, he's going broke. The man doesn't do anything." I think Nick Cannon seems like he actually, am I crazy to see this? But I feel like from what I've seen, he seems like he actually attempts to spend time with his kids. Is that not nuts of me to think? Like, I really do believe that he does that. Huh. Okay. Um, Yesterday there was a cast leak about the Traitors, the next season of the Traitors. And when I tell you, I was so excited. So I was like, this is a killer cast. And just as quickly as all these people were posting it, and I was so excited about it, just as quickly as that happened, it was pulled away from us. Pulled, just gone. Um, oh, Bravo just released the new Real Housewives of Atlanta peaches. I'll tell you guys in just one second. But first of all, so the Traitors, it said Teresa Giudice, Kenya Moore, Jax Taylor, Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie, Joe Manganiello, Howie Mandel, Javier Poza. I don't know who that is. Matt Eisman. I think these are uh, athletes. Kristen Kish, no idea, and Holly Robinson Pete and her husband Rodney. I was like, this is a really, really amazing um cast. Now, 2 minutes later, I got a DM from one of my friends who says, "Oh, my good friend works over at Peacock," and sadly, this is not true. Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton are coming back to Peacock with another show, maybe like a Simple Life type of show. It was just teased at the upfronts, but it wasn't official, so we don't actually know what the show is, and I think people just got excited about it. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if some of those people, like random names like Howie Mandel, Matt Eisman, like maybe they are on Traders and then they just got kind of involved. Do you think that Teresa could go on the Traders and actually understand what she was doing? Like somehow I don't think Teresa would have any idea whatsoever what she was doing on the Traders. How could she do it? Like, it would be the funniest thing to watch. Okay, are you guys ready? Bravo TV has just announced their new season 16 Real Housewives of Atlanta cast. Are we ready for it? Portia Williams, Kenya Moore, Drew Sidora, Shamia Morton Mwangi, Cynthia Bailey returning as a friend, and new ladies, Angela Oakley, Brittany Eady, and Kelly Farrell. Do we know them? Do we know them? Angela Oakley, Brittany Eady, and Kelly Farrell. Sheree is no longer on the show, which is sad. Sheree. Why am I saying Sheree? Because She by Sheree. Sheree really grew on me during the Traders. Why? I don't know. She didn't do much, but I liked her energy. I liked her faces. I liked Sheree. Cynthia Bailey, you guys, and this is going to be painful for me to say because we share so many mutual friends. We really do. And I really do think she's probably the kindest person in the world. So boring. Does everyone agree with that? Like some people are just boring on TV. But the other cast I think will be good, and hopefully it will be a better um season than the last couple seasons that are just felt like a little bit sleepy. So we'll see what happens. I wish we got official word on the new season of Beverly Hills. According to you guys, um, what's her name? Bazomo Saint John. Okay, I'm looking her up right here. So apparently she's filming. Let's pull her up together. Let's look together. Apparently she's filming Real Housewives, according to some of you, and we don't know under what. Is she a friend or is she a series regular? I'm talking about, of course, on Beverly Hills. So this is Bazoma's Instagram. She is a mother. She's a Hall of Fame marketer. She worked for Netflix, Uber, Apple Music, etc. She wrote a book called The Urgent Life. She has a company called The Badass Workshop. She's a Harvard case study. Okay, so this is a very, very clearly a very accomplished woman. I don't know her though. I have never ever heard of her. But I am very excited to see if she is on the show. Okay. Just looking at her stories. If you guys hear of anyone new that has come up to any of those shows, like let me know. Okay. I'm curious for the next season of Housewives. We do know this is a good perfect moment for us to move on over to Kyle Richards. So Kyle Richards had a very eventful last 24 hours. Please tell me you saw Kyle Richards and the rodent. If you're wondering what we're talking about, I don't know if I can play you the whole thing because, man, it's long, but we're going to have to show you the video that is like such an instant viral hit because there's nothing like this. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I had no idea what I was watching when I was first watching it because she's like, just wait for it. And then it turns into this.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's literally her talking, not me.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Okay, she's in her car. She's looking around towards the right side, like the passenger side glove box area, just freaking out. We don't really know what's going on. Some random man walks by. She's freaking out, and then she's trying to get out of her car and
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Please fucking
mouse I have ever seen. Guys, I wish there was a way to zoom in for you here. I wonder if there is. Oh, it's so cute. I literally think it's the cutest. I don't know. I think it's the cutest, like sweetest little mouse that I've ever seen. Um, he's just looking at her in the window, just like staring at her, just like, hi, hi. And he has the cutest face. And it's weird because I am deathly afraid of mice and rats and rodents in general. But this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Now, the comments are so funny. People are like, wait, like, I love how Chalene Johnson, I mean, talk about like a connection there, right? Chalene Johnson's like, why is he so cute and terrifying at the same time? I don't know how I would handle this. I am deathly afraid of rodents. Like I said, one time I thought I saw one under, oh no, this is what happened. My dogs brought one in and I think it was dead, but I wasn't sure. And I saw it from the corner of my eye in my living room kitchen area. And it's like an open room. And I did not know what to do except I stood up on my kitchen counter, like on my island, and I stayed there for an hour and a half until one of my neighbor's husbands could come over and grab it for me. I couldn't even think about putting my feet on the ground because what if this thing came to life and came after me? I am petrified by rodents. So I understand her fear. I don't know what I would have done in that situation. I would have filmed it too, I think. But her panic attack is just so funny. Now, in addition, of course, so many people made fun of this, as you would. And the best is Lauren Dawson. Her Instagram is called Ether Opal. I mean, I actually don't even know how to pronounce this, but you have to go check her out. She does all the Barbie recreations of all these scenes, and this killed me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
She has her Barbie car
Oh my God.
with Kyle's background. It's so good. Or Kyle's voice in the back. The man walking by. She has a little water bottle on the ground. Same thing. And then
Oh my God. Get out of here. Oh, fuck. Oh! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Please, fucking.
the way I cried, it was so good. Who else went after her? Drunk John, of course, had to have, right? Drunk John painted the mouse, and it's too good. It says, "Let me in, Kyle." And she goes, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God," on the left. It's so funny. Someone in the comments says, "Dorat," like Dorit. Face Reality says, "Make that rat a friend of. It's better at confronting Kyle than most of the cast." Oh my God. This was such good comedy for me. I mean, listen, I live in Los Angeles. I know exactly where she is in this video. I know exactly the coffee bean that she goes to all the time. It's in Encino. I'm guessing that's where she was. This doesn't happen. Like, legit, this doesn't happen. Now, one thing that I know does happen sometimes is that rats are known to get under the hood of cars and like get into their wiring. I know that Carney Wilson used to talk about that on Jeff Lewis. My friend who lives up in Calabasas, they have a Rivian, which is like one of those really nice electric SUVs. And it's in the shop because rats got into the wiring. So this is an actual like legitimate thing. So I don't know if that rat came from her house because she's got like, all those trees. I don't know. I don't think a rat was just like hanging out in the parking lot, but it's so amazing. Now, speaking of wildlife, this is the craziest thing that happened to me last night. I'll get back to Kyle Richards, but I'm standing in my house. Now, Lance is on a show right now and he's working really, really late. Like he's coming home, at night, like after I'm already sleeping. And so I'm alone with the kids. I'm actually not, Oliver's not even home because he was still at baseball practice, but it's dark out. I'm sitting with Dylan. And all of a sudden, we hear the craziest howling you've ever heard in your entire life, like loud, loud, insane, screaming howling from the front of the house. So I look outside and we're kind of on a little bit of like a cross. We're kind of almost on a corner, right? It's a very big intersection of the neighborhood. It's not a busy intersection, but it's a big, wide intersection. There are 3 coyotes freaking having cocktails in the middle of the street. Okay. They're standing there, the 3 of them, just looking at each other, screaming to each other. The 3 coyotes in the middle of the street. I'm 1 block from Ventura Boulevard, you guys. I am in a busy, busy city. Like, I'm not up in the boondocks. I'm not like up in the hills and the mountains. This was not okay with me. My dogs started to lose their mind. The neighborhood chat is going off on WhatsApp. The animals, we're running around making sure our cat is okay, our small dog is okay, because these coyotes will take your animals in 2 seconds. I'm sorry, I live in Los Angeles. I'm like the city mouse, right? I don't want to be around all these wild animals. It's not for me. I don't want to see raccoons like I've seen before. I definitely don't want to see rats and mice. I don't want to see coyotes walking the streets, having a happy hour. What's happening to this world? We're falling apart. The world is falling apart. The animals are coming in. Oh no. Lisa says south of Ventura, around the corner from Carpenter, a coyote ate our little dog in 3 minutes. I can't talk about it. I cannot talk about it. It's my biggest fear. I need a blowhorn. I need mace. I need all the things, mostly for the animal control. Okay, so it was quite an experience last night. Back to Kyle Richards. So Kyle was on Bitch Bible, and it just released this morning. Bitch Bible is Jackie Schimmel's podcast. I personally am a Jackie Schimmel fan. I think she's very funny. And she rarely has guests, but she had Kyle Richards on her show. So, of course, I tuned right in and I listened. Here's one thing I will give Kyle no matter what. Did she frustrate me in the last season of Real Housewives? Without a doubt, no question, 100%. Do I still really truly like her and find myself wanting to hear everything she says and does and like wanting to watch? 1000%. Like, I truly, really enjoy Kyle Richards. And I don't know why this is because she frustrates me too. If she wasn't on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I don't know if I would tune in. I'm definitely not tuning in for Erica. No interest. You know what I mean? Like, Kyle is the reason I watch, no question. I do like Sutton. I like Garcelle. I like these other people that kind of come in and out, but I really want to see what's happening with Kyle. I don't know why. And so, of course, I listened immediately. She had a lot to say. She talked, number one, she was really fun, sweet, funny. Um, the first question that Jackie asked her, she's like, listen, we can cut any of this out. So if this is too personal, like you have to let me know, but I need to know what's in Kim Richards' chicken salad. If you guys remember, season 1 of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, a big storyline was Kim Richards' chicken salad. That she made the best chicken salad you've ever seen. And there's a scene with her while her daughter is getting hair and makeup for prom, where Kim Richards is in the back, like concocting a big chicken salad, almost like Brittany date night was making her beer cheese. I got a DM yesterday. Speaking of, I got a DM from Vanderpod Recaps. If you guys don't follow her, you have to. She's amazing. She recaps every single podcast that Vanderpump Rules people are on. And she said, uh, Donna, the way that you say date night is so hysterical. I'm laughing out loud. Date night. I told Lance last night, are we going on a date night this weekend? So she talked about that. She talked about the fact that, what she's up to. She says, listen, I'm a really big introvert. She's like, I'm socially awkward and I'm introverted. And if I wasn't on a TV show, I'm like the person in the corner. I don't want to leave my house. I'm a homebody. We've kind of discovered this, but I do think it's probably gotten more so since her lifestyle change, meaning since she stopped drinking. We know that this last season, she talked about the fact that she would be happy just being in bed, reading books. Um, so I think she's really leaning into that. She talked about the fact that she has 6 dogs at her house right now. Jackie says, is that legal? She said, one of them is Alexia's. Um, she's like, my house is super chaotic. And then Jackie asked her about Mauricio moving out. So she said, Mauricio is gone, like he did move out. He lives in a condo in West Hollywood. We all have seen his TikToks over there in the high rise of West Hollywood. And she was saying that she's like, it was really weird. It was definitely weird and it was quiet. Like I came home one day and he wasn't there. And the women that work for me that have been in my house forever weren't there. And like some of the kids weren't there. It was just me and Sophia and it freaked me out. But she said in general, her house is pretty much like the center of chaos. People are always in and out. So it's like, she's not really feeling super lonely. Um, she also talked about the fact that now she gets to do whatever she wants and not ask anyone for permission. She can change the color of the wallpaper. She can paint things. She can buy things. She talked about how she's buying a ton of new furniture and trying to change things around, and that in her garage, she has so many pieces of furniture that she buys and just like they don't work in her house. I think Kyle has a major shopping issue. She says she's very cluttered. I agree. We've seen her kitchen, right? I do think Kyle tends to be a little hoarderish. You guys get that feeling? Just a little. Um, they talked about like who was the worst or meanest to you last season, of course, because everyone was mean to Kyle, right? She said, well, it was Sutton and then it was Dorit, but I don't really want to get into that. She said she kind of laughed at a lot of the rumors about who was joining the cast of Beverly Hills, um, like the Melanie Griffith and Hilaria, basically completely turning down those those possibilities. She was like, that's not happening. They're getting those from pictures. She said she would love to have Morgan Stewart on as a housewife. Morgan Stewart used to work for E! News. I think she used to. I don't think she's there anymore, but I could be wrong. She's married to Dr. Phil's son. And she is a mom. She then asked, is she single? Or no, Jackie says, so what about dating? Are you considering dating? And Kyle, this was a really interesting moment here because Morgan went with Kyle to Jackie Schimmel's Hanukkah party. We remember this. Well, I remember this. So for her to ask, are you dating? And Kyle to say, Kyle's response was, no, I'm not. She goes, when people flirt with me at a red light, I just want to run away. Like, I'll just drive through the red light. I'm really uncomfortable. I have no idea how to flirt. I'm not really dating, like, at all. Found it an interesting answer. You know, we haven't seen a lot of Kyle and Morgan together in a while. What are your thoughts? Do we wonder if Kyle and Morgan are completely donezo? I'm actually very interested to know what everyone thinks. I haven't seen one thing about it. I don't know if Morgan's on tour. I don't know if she's out and about doing something, but let's check out her Instagram. She seems to be, she has no current stories. The last thing she posted was 5 days ago, when she was, it's a performance and her telling a story about a guitar. Kathy Hilton responded or commented, "You are so talented and humble." And Kyle Richards did not write anything. But but she liked it. If Kathy's commenting, then obviously there's no like bad blood between her and Kyle. But I don't know. Oh, Andrew says they're definitely over. Why do you think this? I'm so interested. I think Kyle, in my opinion, I think Kyle's doing fine. I think that this is what she wanted. I think it's got to be very sad to see that your husband has moved out of so many years. She said that like I've never been alone. But I think she'll embrace it. She said that she doesn't listen. She normally listens to true crime podcasts, but can't listen to any of those anymore because she's so depressed that she doesn't want to listen to things that depress her more. I don't know. The comment about like Osfly Girl says, very strange, immature response. You drive through red lights because you don't know how to handle flirting. There's a part of me that finds Kyle a little bit, and I don't want to like be mean about it, but it is a little bit like performative in the sense like, oh, I just feel so uncomfortable about doing that. But meanwhile, like do the splits at a party and, be the lead of a reality show for 10 years. Like it does feel a little bit strange. Andrew says, just my opinion, but I think Morgan wanted a fling, not a family and fame. So in your guys' opinions, you think that Morgan broke up with Kyle? Do, 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 do. I do believe whatever happens or wherever she is now with Morgan and in the future, regardless, they were together. I'm 100% certain about that. And I don't, oh my God, Michelle says, we just watched her film her panic attack. She's totally performative. Super interesting. Okay. I probably would film that rat too, but I don't think I'd have like a full panic attack. But I just think it was so funny. Yeah, I mean, she really is like she's an actress, right? Kyle Richards was a born actress. She was a child actor. Her mother was a dance mom, basically. Okay. This was how she was raised. Attention, 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 attention. We'll see what happens there. All right, let's move on. I got a little note just this morning from Scott, who I work with, about the Golden Bachelor. Do you know that they're saying that it's possible the Golden Bachelorette has still not even been picked? What are they waiting for? For them to die? Do you think that the breakup between Gary, AI Gary, and Teresa have changed the game for the Golden Bachelorette? Do you think that they're so worried that because of that, of this like amazing, beautiful love story, oh my God, we're going to get married and live for the rest of our lives and then break up so fast? Do you think that they think that, it's over? I don't know. I don't know about Golden Bachelorette anymore. It did make me question the series and say, like, do we really want to even get invested in the next season of this bullshit? I don't know. Okay. Let's get into what I deem to be the most fun gossip of the week. And there could possibly be no truth to this. But our friend Samantha Bush, i.e., Bravo historian over on Instagram, she yesterday tweeted something that I'm going to show you guys right now. I never know how to get to Twitter anymore because I'm like, do I go to x.com, Twitter? It's still twitter.com. She posted, she goes, am I being like crazy about this? Or is this something that's like actually possible? Oh, it would be really good if I could find it though. She posted about Amanda and Jesse Souls from um from Summer House. Now, if you're wondering, Amanda and Jesse Souls, well, Amanda is married to Kyle. We've all talked about this forever. I'm just going to find her exact username because I know she switched her username. Still on Zoloft. That's what her username is now. What happened to her last account? Did she get it like taken down? I think she did. Okay, so I'm going to pull it up right here. She's still on Zoloft on Twitter. Now, if you guys remember, Samantha Bush, Bravo historian, is literally the first person that came up with the possibility of Morgan and Kyle, and then Face Reality 16 and her both worked on that and kind of started talking about it together. Well, she posted yesterday this, and it really made me question it. So it says, it's a video of Jesse and Amanda and Paige a little bit from the night of Summer House that we just watched, which was, hold on, let me pull this down, which was uh the tarot card moments. And in the video, let's see if we can hear it. Hold on. It's Jesse smiling. Amanda's sitting next to him. She's grabbing food. They're laughing together. Kyle's on the other side of the couch, like not having any idea any of this is happening. Paige is in on it. They're having fun. Everyone's pretending to like masturbate. I don't even know what's going on. Okay. Now, she said, Samantha goes, this is bunks, right? Meaning like, am I seeing this right? And then she said, like, what is this? And it's a picture that Jesse had posted on his Instagram of them all on the boat. And Amanda's kind of like closing her eyes in the corner. And she commented, why do you hate me? And he responded, LOL, whoops, you look so hot in the video, though. And then another thing was she posted a group of pictures of her from a wedding over the summer. And he commented, holy fuckamole, which is actually the funniest thing I've ever heard. Holy fuckamole. Like, I want more of like, holy fuckamole. I'm going to start saying that in my life. Then she said, Scandival has rotted my brain because there's another picture of her on another post and he says, MILF in training. Then there's another picture of him and her leg kind of intertwined with his leg. And they're both wearing Birkenstocks. And he, posted it. And Samantha says, the way I'd lose my GD mind, goddamn mind, if I was one of their significant others. Yeah. And then another time, Jesse had posted something and someone had commented to Amanda saying, I was thinking he did you so dirty. Ha ha ha. And then someone else said, well, future couple alert. And Jesse liked the comment, future couple alert. Then there's a picture or a TikTok of hers where she's putting on a bra. It's for Skims or something. And as you can see, it's like a there's a lot of boobage. And in the comments, Jesse said, all comments would be inappropriate, but just know I was here. I'm rarely at a loss for words. Okay. So let's talk about this. Apparently, yesterday, when I posted this in my stories, my friend Eliza Rosen, as you guys know, Eliza, she's been on my show. She was over on Amy Phillips' show, I think on Friday, talking about Summer House. We were going back and forth before she went on that show because I was like, I can't stand Carl. And she's like, I don't mind Carl. And I was like, you can't, you like Carl? Like we were going back and forth. But she said, apparently on that show, that I think Jesse and Amanda would make a great couple. He would support her dreams to live in the suburbs and with the white picket fence and raise kids. Kyle should be so concerned about this. Number one, we know that Jesse has already like kind of flirted with taking girls. He's talked about this on the show. He flirted with Paige, knowing that she had Craig. He even said on Watch What Happens Live the other day, Andy had asked, like, which girls would you hook up with? And he said Amanda's amazing. He clearly thinks Amanda is the bee's knees. She would be insane to not think he was adorable too. I mean, to me, Jesse is like a very handsome man. Don't you guys agree? Now, if you kind of don't really remember exactly what Jesse looks like, he just posted this. Hold on. I'm going to show you. Very, very good looking man with his big smile, big white teeth, but like they look better than Carl's. And I mean, he's a good looking man, right? I think. I commented on this thing saying, "Do you know how many single Jewish girls are wanting to date you?" And he responded, "Do you have an exact figure?" I'm telling you right now, I can guarantee you that Jesse is like the next guy that all the girls want. Like Jesse would be a great bachelor. He's so good looking. He's successful. He comes from, a good family, it sounds like. He has like his vulnerability. We've seen him cry now on the show about his cancer scare. And listen, I mean, I like him. He's a tall drink of water. Now, I will tell you that Kyle, what would you do if you were Kyle? Explain to me what the best move is for Kyle. Because it's one thing to like flirt in person. We all have those friendships where you kind of flirt in person with your friends, like boyfriends, fun, da da da. But to go as far as to comment on your boy's wife's pages, I'm at a loss for words. MILF alert. Oh my God. Holy fuckamole. If any of Lance's friends did that to me, I think Lance would say, this is weird, especially considering the fact that he's a very good looking single guy. This is weird. He's not like a gay guy that, is not a threat for Amanda. Kyle, if I was like, I don't know. I just don't see how Kyle is going to let this like go. Maybe he had no idea this was happening. But I know one thing, and I know one thing really well, is that women like getting attention. Maybe men do too. Okay? Women and men probably in general like getting attention. And it's very, very tempting when you are in a relationship with someone who is not focusing on you, not meeting your needs, and focusing too much maybe on work and other things, DJing, ick, right? Like Paige says, it gives me the ick. If he's focusing on DJing and all those things and he's doing all, he's so invested in Loverboy and he's like forgetting the fact that Amanda's miserable on the couch. And then meanwhile, this handsome guy is coming on over saying like, what I would do to you. Oh my God, you're the most amazing person in the world. I would date you in 2 seconds. That's like giving a thirsty person some water. It's hard to say no to. So I will have to see, like, I don't know exactly if it's going to continue now that the world is noticing. Cause that's another thing is like the world is noticing all of this. And when it starts to come to light, does Kyle now get a wind of it? Like, did he not have an idea this was happening? And is he now like, wait, what the fuck? Is he going to have drama with Jesse? Why is it that I want Amanda to leave Kyle for Jesse? Like, that's the problem here. I don't think there's actually been any cheating, but even if it's just a little bit of a crush, like, I don't think Amanda and Kyle should end up together. I don't think it takes like a scientist to see that, right? Amanda and Kyle should not be together long term. They would be horrendous as a joint couple with parents, like as parents. They don't like each other. They have fun together, and I think they like parts about each other, but I don't think that they really are a good fit at all. And so if I were Amanda and or Kyle, like, I hope that they break up before that they bring kids to the family and, like, figure that out, because then it just gets even more difficult. Maddie says, "Are they filming this summer? It's almost Memorial Day." They usually start filming they always film, like, July 4th is one of the first weekends that they're together. They usually start end of June, beginning of July, and then they go usually to Labor Day, and that's kind of the wrap of the summer. So I am 99.9% sure they're filming. They would be ridiculous not to, although some detective out there found the house that they are in on Zillow for rent or Airbnb or one of those. The house that they stay in rents for $42,000 a month, which given how big it is and the area that it is doesn't seem, I guess, that crazy. I'm trying to think, like, you could probably put in, 5 couples or whatever. It's still a lot of money, but for an entire month. I don't know where they're gonna put them in. I think that 100% they should definitely consider a they maybe they'll put them in a different house, but if they don't bring that entire cast back to Summer House, like, I'm banning. I need West, I need Sierra, I need Paige. No question. I need Lindsay and Carl. No, I don't need Carl. Really don't need Mr. Carl Teeth Radke. Don't need him, but I guess if he needs to be there, but I really hope he's not. I want Lindsay. I want Gabby. I definitely want Jesse. I want Kyle and Amanda. Danielle and Carl can go, travel the world together for all I care about. I want them all, though. I actually want them all. It's just like the best cast on TV, no question, hands down. Now, I think Craig is in the middle of shooting Southern Charm right now. And it makes me wonder. Paige has been going down to Craig's house and they've been filming TikToks, really cute stuff. Will they be getting engaged on this season of Southern Charm? Or will they be getting engaged on this next season of Summer House? Who gets the engagement on their show is the question. Is it the man or is it the girl? I think it's Craig's. I think it's Craig's, like, story more than Paige's for some reason. Be curious to see what would happen, but it definitely is gonna be filmed. When they do get engaged, which I think they will, I can't imagine they don't, um, it will be filmed. Anyway, you guys, what a fun show. Let's talk tomorrow about Vanderpump Rules reunion tonight in the Valley, of course, and everything else that kind of pops up. If we see any more sightings of, like, if I have a deer in my backyard or a fox or something else, I'll let you guys know. Thank you so much for being here, supporting my show every single day. You mean the world to me, and I will talk to you tomorrow.